Welcome to Hans India Web Conversations. We have today with us Priya Mani, the National Award winning actress and the pride of South. She has acted in a variety of roles in South cinema, be it Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, and yes, horror genre, romantic films, and action films. And yes, she has done, given her 100%, be it glamorous role or a de-glamorized one. And she's enthralled the audience recently through her web series Family Man. She was already famous all over India for the Chennai Express song, of course, but this Family Man has given her a great platform to showcase her acting skills, and she's right now coming back with yet another Z5 original film called Ateet. She will speak about the film, how lockdown is treating her, and a lot of unfinished films that she's left here. So we are, hi Priya, welcome to Hans India Web Conversations.
Yeah, hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so let's start with the film that's going to come, that people can watch on Z5. It's Ateet, it's horror film.
Yes.
So it's a thriller genre. So can you tell us about the film and generally the premise of the film and your role in it?
See, as the title suggests, Ateet. Ateet is a suspense thriller. It's the horror genre, yes. And basically, the storyline is, in a nutshell, if I have to say, what would you do if your past comes and haunts you? One fine day, you are happy. You have a family. You're very happy. You are, you're taking every day as it comes, and all of a sudden, your past just comes right in front of your face. So how do you deal with it, and how do you have to juggle between both, right? So it's basically how Janvi, the character that I play in Ateet, how she juggles between her past and her present, how she and she's a very feisty, protective mother. She can go to any lengths to protect her daughter. So yeah, and there are a lot of ups and downs in her character as well through the movie. People see. Yes, I'm really glad that Z5 launched it, and they released it digitally, and so far it's doing really well. A lot of people who've seen it, in fact, I can say this, maybe they're a little biased also, that my family friends, all of them have seen it. My father has sent all he sent the movie link to all his friends, and all of them have seen the film. And I don't know if they're just being a little biased or not, but they said they love the film, and they obviously like the character.
No, it is. It's a watchable film, especially now since we're all locked down, and we have only the web entertainment to help us around. So new films are always welcome, and yes, horror genre is, I think, one of the best happening genres now.
Yes. No, it's good that a platform like Z5 has taken over, and because basically Z5 is one such platform which obviously pushes for, they encourage original content, they bring out original content, be it in the series or be it a digital movie as well. So I think we have to be very thankful to Z5 also for that.
Yes. So in this film, you get to also portray different age, a woman of a different ages like you play. There is a power portion where you are a little young.
Yeah, it's just a small flashback what they show where, soon after the kid is born.
And you play this mother of this
yes.
little grown up.
She's about 8 or 9 years old, yes.
Doesn't web give you all these opportunities to play different roles and
it does actually.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And I'm very grateful that because see now, rightfully said that digital is the next big thing in India, and be it a digital movie or a digital series and things like that. I think everybody obviously now, because this is a boon, I can say this is a period which is all of us are at home, so you can just wear your pajamas, you can wear your shorts, you can wear whatever dress you're comfortable in, just wear a normal t-shirt and shorts, and you can sit at home and you can watch movies like Ateet online and things like that. And so what better time to release a film also, I can say that yeah.
So we also talk about Family Man. How can we not talk about it? I mean, it's kind of created so much of news, and people are waiting for the next season to start. So can you talk about that experience of working on Family Man, and also the coming up? When is the new season going to come? And That would
The
be a
new
great
season
thing.
should probably be out by around October, November. Post-production work is happening as we speak. And it was a fantastic experience. I think I have to thank Viraj sir, DK sir for giving me the role of Suchitra Tiwari. And one good thing is the way they've written each and every character, be it Manoj sir's character, be it mine, be it the kids, be it the other characters also in the series. I think the one best thing that they've done is they wanted to make it very authentic. So they took actors belonging to that particular region and things like that. So even if you see the villain in the first season was Musa. Musa is supposed to be a Malayali. So even if his Hindi was grammatically wrong, also there was no problem in it. And so that's why they took a Malayali actor. Whereas Suchi is a Tamil-born girl from Matunga or place like that. So in between also, they do speak a bit of Tamil and things like that. So, and Shrikant being a Bihari. So there was another North-South ka clash also was there in the series. And I think one good thing about the series also is that, people connected with each and every character. They connected with the story. And they found they could relate to the way, obviously Manoj sir's character is. They could relate to what me as Suchitra goes through in the film and things like that. So they love the series. I think they're binge watching it, they're rewatching it again. So it's great, and I'm just thankful for being part of the Family Man.
That makes the team you're working with also very important, don't you think, Priya?
Yes,
like
definitely.
now you have Atit, Sanjay Suri, and Rajiv Khandelwal,
yes.
So that's interesting. So you have a lot of films that you've left behind in the South. I mean, unfortunately for what's going on now, I think the films have been postponed. Can you talk about a little about the films that are going to be released once this is over?
I'm working on a couple of films at the moment. In Hindi, I have Maidan, which I will talk about it once. It's good enough to talk about. I mean, it's good enough as in, once I get the go from the team that I can talk about it, I will talk about it. But apart from that, I have 2 Telugu films that I'm working on at the moment. One with Venkatesh sir, which is called Narappa, is a remake of Asuran. And the other one is...
Sorry to interrupt. Most awaited films, I think some of them are yours.
Oh, thank you for that. If it is, then thank you for that. And then I'm working on another film in Telugu with Rana. That's based on Naxalites and all that. And I have my reality shows also keeping me. So my book is actually sort of full. And I am listening to a lot of scripts in between, movies and series both. So we'll let this lockdown get lifted, and then probably I'll make more announcements.
So these films, I think, what is the? You finished your shooting part. How was it?
No, I'm not finished for it. I still have a couple of more work to be done for all the films.
Yeah. So that way, I think if the films there are some films or there's some shows happening for you, and you've always made sure your hands are full with work. So how is lockdown treating you now?
I think it's like a boon because finally you get to sit at home and just relax and do nothing, spend time with family. Even if you're doing you're dividing work amongst family, you're doing everything as a family. You're getting to laugh with family, you're getting to fight with family, cry with them, laugh with them, crack jokes with them, just spend time with them, watch TV along with them. Because obviously you will also agree that being in this profession, we always say that, we don't get enough time to spend with family. And I think this is like a boon that God has said, I'm giving you so much time, so just spend time with family, do whatever you want. But in a way, it's a good thing that, we all are at home. Because obviously stay home, we're all at home, we're safe. Until and unless it's necessary that we step out, I don't think we do step out. So we actually, half of them, I can say out of 100%, I can definitely say that 95% people are taking this lockdown very seriously. Everybody is at home until and unless it's necessary. That is, if they need to buy some groceries or medical stuff and things like that. Until and unless that's necessary, I don't think people are actually stepping out. So it's a good thing.
Which is a good thing. But there's also, now that lockdowns are extending, there's a lot of talk about how people are stressing out, and there are a lot of issues that are happening mental health wise, and even if it's not so seriously, something related to stress, getting into fights, domestic issues, domestic squabbles are increasing. So can you share with us your mantra of life at present?
See, at the moment, I think just take every day as it comes. All that is normal. I mean, having problems, domestic issues, I mean, fighting and just small fights, all that is there, but that cannot be taken seriously, because I do agree that, the lockdown obviously will probably stress people out, because okay, for a certain while you'll say, oh, I'm so happy that, I got to spend time with my husband or my wife, and after a while you're like, why am I not getting out, why am I not doing work, and things like that. But I think we should just take this as a blessing, that because after this, once it's the lockdown is lifted, and they say it's safe enough to go to work and things like that, I think once it starts, I don't think we'll get this much time to, it's just going to be mad. I think you're going to just rush and going to go all in and work, and then after again we're going to start cribbing, saying, oh my god, I wish we could get this time back. So whatever time is there, make the best use of it, spend time with them. Even it's okay, even if you fight with them, make up with them immediately. I mean, don't
so what
stay
are you doing,
angry
that
for
one
long.
thing that you missed all this time? Sorry, so I'm just repeating it. What is this one thing that you began doing it that you probably couldn't have or wouldn't have at other times when you have a lot of work? I mean, of course, fitness is something you do it.
That is
time,
different, but that's different. But I do all the ghar ka work, as in leaving cooking, everything else. You ask me, I'll do it. I mean, jhadu, pocha, bartan, everything. I mean, because I think how much we can help our family, it helps, right? I mean, we also have to lend a hand in it. Even if you may not be that very good also, but just help out. That's all I'd say.
Yeah. So that also just gets into this one question which I thought I should ask you, that yes, today women are, especially, I mean, even in the film industry, which was not the case many years ago, that women are working even after they are married, and that's what kind of feeling that gives to you to be with your own career, making good strides in it? What does it mean to you?
I definitely feel lucky. I feel honored that people see, because there's a time, I don't know, okay, I'm talking purely experience based in the south, because see, one difference between the north and the south is here, even if you're married, you get work, you get people, I'm talking purely in the industry wise, I'm not talking the other ways. Even if you're married, people consider you lucky enough, they consider you worthy enough to act in their films, to give you important roles, it may be even the main role also. So and they write roles for you too. Whereas in the south, it's like once you say you get married, you're going to get married, or you announce your engagement, or you're going to get married, obviously automatically the offers start depleting, and they say, oh, okay, she's going to get married, so obviously the way she was before marriage, she will not look like that after marriage, so let's give her bhabhi wala roles, let's give her that kind of roles. I don't understand why, but this was the case some time back, but I can very happily say that right now some of the scenarios have changed. Girls, even after marriage, they are doing work, they are busy. Like, for example, I mean, I'm the living example, because almost every day I'm reading a lot of scripts. People are coming up with, okay, albeit it could be like a heroine oriented subject also, but people are considering, and they're saying, madam, we want you in our film, and we want you to act and things like that. And even Samantha also, I'm so sorry, my husband is distracting me here, so sorry. See, even people like Samantha also in the south, I mean, even though she's married, stop it.
You can have him on the screen.
Sorry about that. No, he's pretty shy, so he won't come and photobomb like that. So even people like Samantha even though she's married, she's doing very well for herself. She can carry a whole film on her shoulders, and you want to come and say hi?
Because he's doing all the cooking, I guess. You should say hi.
is. No. He's busy working his laptop and things like that, so he won't
So
come say hi.
but these days this whole thing is spreading
But you
about
can see
being
him
a
going
real
there.
man. Yes.
He's going
That's
there.
the best part of Zoom interviews. We can be as casual and informal. It's so much fun.
Yeah. So coming back to our topic, sorry for the distraction. As I was saying, see, people like Samantha and all, they're married, but they're doing very well for themselves. They're getting roles. Mustafa, I'm actually on a call. You want to just come and say hi? It's a casual call. It's a Zoom meeting. It's not a one. There he is. That's my husband, Mustafa, who's making faces behind the camera.
So we just wanted to meet you because we just wanted to meet you.
He can't hear because you're on headphones.
No problem.
So people like them. I mean, people are writing roles for them, and so they're getting them to act because they're like, we want you in our film. We want you to be the main lead. And even take a girl like Nayanthara. I mean, even though for a brief period she had actually quit the industry, and the way she's made a comeback, and what a comeback she's made.
Oh wow! Yes.
Yeah. So people, and even though she's also she's engaged and things like that. So
I think the right trends, I would say all of you people
definitely I think people in the south, they're slowly opening up, and they are accepting the girls, and they're saying, okay, you know what, we want you in our film, because probably, I don't know whether it is dearth of heroines down south or what. I have absolutely no idea, but that I think the makers will be the better people to talk about it. But as I said, I think I'm very glad that slowly the scenario down south is also changing, and they're giving opportunities, and they're saying that, okay, even though this girl is married or she's engaged, we still want her, and we know for a fact that this girl is talented and she can pull off the role and she can do it very well, and they're giving opportunities. So slowly the horizon is broadening, and I would just like to say that in the south it should broaden more. Just because a girl says that she's engaged, or lifelong, she can't be a spinster all along, right? So sometime or the other she has to also get married.
That was the case in the 60s and 70s, and
exactly.
Somehow somewhere in between things got
because once you get that's what the perception was, that once you get married you may not want to come back to the industry, you want to focus on your family life. Well, that is depending on the girl, right? If she wants to quit the industry, she'll quit the industry and say, look, I want to do this, and which is what Jyotika did in the south. She said, I won't say she quit the industry, she took a break from the industry for a small while, because obviously she wanted to focus on family, and now that her kids are old enough to be handled, I mean, they can take care of themselves, she's back in the industry and she's doing so well for herself, it's like as if she didn't leave. Because the moment I saw Jyotika's couple of films, it's like, she never left. For me, because I'm a fan of her, she never left the industry. Same way even Simran also. She also took a break from the industry for a while because she wanted to focus on her family and her husband and her son and things like that. But now she's back again, and it's like back to what she was before she got married.
So like they never left.
Yes, just like they never left. So I'm just happy that the south, the horizon is broadening, and people are accepting, and they're saying, okay, fine, what, we will still have you. And because obviously I think there was a perception that, okay, once the girl is married, her body type might change and she might not be as appealing or sexy as she was before marriage. Said
they were all perceptions and stereotypes. But now,
correct. So now the perception is changing. So so the perception is changing right now, and I just wish that it stays like this, and they should be more broad-minded.
Yeah. So I think we'll get back to Mr. Mustafa and the hashtag real man that's actually trending now. So as I can see from your conversation, you don't do the cooking. So he must be doing the cooking. What is he cooking?
No, actually my mother-in-law does.
Oh, she does?
The thing is, now their Ramadan has started from today.
Yes.
So it's just going to be my father-in-law and myself who are going to eat, because he is not allowed to fast by his doctors. They've told him not to fast. So he won't be fasting. So it's just going to be me and him who are going to hog. And I'm very glad that my in-laws are there at this time, because I'm sure if they weren't there, so usually they stay 6 months here in Mumbai and they go 6 months to the US. So I'm so glad that this time they're here, because if they were not here, then we would have actually had a tough time. But I
I
would have
think
left the
that's
cooking to him. I would have left the cooking to him.
because I
You know what,
remember you
do it.
mentioned it. You cannot hide it. You already mentioned somewhere that he does the cooking stuff.
He does it. I don't.
Yeah.
I eat.
Yeah.
He cooks.
Which is a nice balance. So I just hope you have a good Ramzan. We
Thank
call
you
it
so
Ramzan
much.
on this part of the world.
Yes,
And
yes.
yes, you have a peaceful one. And we hope
Thank
you get
you
out
so
of
much.
this whole lockdown and get back to
Very
see
soon, yes.
your
Can't
movies.
wait to get back to work actually.
Yes. Any other OTT program? I mean, series or anything else that's in the
I am
pipeline?
listening to some scripts. Verbally, I've said okay, but for things to come into action and to get it down, that will take a little more while, I guess. So
Just
I guess
one last
once
question.
that's
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry.
no. So I said once I guess this lockdown is lifted and things like that, and once we hit normalcy, I think I'll make an announcement soon.
Wonderful. So just one last question. So what are you binge watching?
Right
We're all
now,
on TV. Yeah, we're all on TV. So.
Just yesterday, my husband and I we started watching the movie Bhoot on Amazon, Vicky Kaushal's Bhoot. Before that, I finished watching a Turkish series called The Gift. A little before that, I finished a Norwegian one called Ragnarok. My husband was watching 4 more shots.
Yeah.
And then we watched Shubh Mangal Zyada Saavdhan. It just differs actually. Whatever series look nice, we just sit and watch.
I think that's again another beauty of OTT platforms. Like
Yeah.
From all
So
over the
grateful.
world.
We're so grateful
Yes.
that they're there at this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Priya, for taking
Thank
time
you.
out. It
Thank
was
you so much.
wonderful to be having you here.
Thank you.
See you
Thank you
around.
so much. Bye-bye.
Best of luck. Bye.
Bye.